I'm going to go ahead and start a slideshow so that you can see all of the work that we're doing. We're located in the South Valley of Albuquerque, New Mexico. It's an unincorporated part of the South Valley in New Mexico, Albuquerque. We run a community-supported agriculture program called La Cosecha. It is one of the programs that we run under Agri-Cultura Network, and our goals are to increase access in the South Valley to local food through a subsidized CSA program, and to remove structural barriers and to increase nutrition and health knowledge. And the ultimate goal is to make sure that our community is food secure. We build capacity with our partners and allies, our CSA members, our families, our farmers, and then volunteers, our staff, and institutional partners. Our goals are to improve the South Valley's income and ability to provide for their households. And we're also providing for farmers with an opportunity to grow food for their communities. New Mexico is a minority, is the majority state. So the majority of our people that live in our state are people of color. And there's a lot of indigenous tribes here that practice traditional agriculture, and there's a lot of Acequia people that practice their traditional agriculture as well. And our goals are to build the local farm sector through sales to CSAs and other food access activities to create a stable South Valley. I'm going to give Elga 1 minute to see if she can jump back on. This is an important slide.
I remember if I left at 5:30 yesterday.
Hi guys, apologies for the technical issues. We've got one of our tech support people just trying to see if we can get Helga back into the session. Thanks again to Jessica for stepping in there to give a little bit of context.
So we're still waiting for Elga. I'll continue with the presentation until we can get her in here. Elga is the executive director. She's a mentor and an elder in the community. So as a young person in this community, I really value working with her. And I'm here to support her with the technical issues, which often happens when we do our intergenerational work. And I'm really happy to support that type of progress. And the pandemic has just shown us that sometimes the internet is not that bad of a thing, and it allows us to connect in many different ways. One of the examples I could give you is Agri-Cultura works with New Mexico Food and Agriculture Policy Team, and that is a legislative team that does policy planning for creating bills in legislature. And since the pandemic, we've really been able to utilize Zoom to open ourselves up to rural communities and really listen to what the farmers need. And so those have been great opportunities for us. So I'm going to get back to the slides. Okay, present. Okay, Agri-Cultura is able to operate in many different ways. We work with a wholesale business account, and then we have our subsidized local CSA, community supported agriculture, and then we also have our community engagement, and nutrition education. And what happens is through the board at Agri-Cultura Network, we have been able to help create policy over the last 12 years to where Helga Garza is now an executive director for the New Mexico Food and Agriculture Policy. And that has allowed us to create bills such as the New Mexico Grown for Schools and Early Childhood, which gives state allocated money for schools or child centers or even senior nutrition centers to be able to use those funds for local food. The public education department is also part of the wholesale business account for Agri-Cultura, and the public education department will buy anything that's in season: salad, carrots, potatoes, onions, apples. Local hospitals are now anchor institutions that through many years of hard work from Agri-Cultura, they are now coming on board. We have a local food solutions group, and we work through the CDC and REACH grant with local hospitals, trying to get more mobile markets to decrease diabetes and obesity in our areas. And those mobile markets are intended to go to places where people don't have access to a store because they're suffering from food apartheid. There might not be a grocery store, or if it's a corner store, it might only offer non-healthy items. We're working with the dollar store and discount retail stores in general to get them to understand how important Double Up Food Bucks is, and to start not only sourcing local fresh food in these discount retail stores, but also to be sourcing shelf-stable products such as organically made prepared baby foods and salsas and dried fruits and vegetables. And those wholesale businesses help us subsidize the community program. And since 2012, we've been doing a nonprofit CSA for people in the South Valley. The CSA has many, many aspects. It has a bilingual newsletter with recipes, education, and nutrition infos, talks about where we get our produce from. There's also activities at the farmers market, which is about 500 feet from here, where our people that participate in the CSA can also participate in La Familia Farmers Market. And then there are many community partners throughout the South Valley, such as First Choice Community Health Center, Running Medicine, and Centro Savila, who support our programs either by donations or by letting us use their space so that we can host cooking classes or healing events for our communities. And those are ways that we are giving back to our community. And then we also have a really great program called Grow the Growers. And this program trained young and future farmers to understand New Mexico soil and New Mexico water and New Mexico land traditions, so that we continue to cultivate farmers to grow food for us in our area. New Mexico exports 95% of what it grows, and so we're really trying with small intentional steps to reverse that so that we have a closed loop system of regenerative agriculture and healthy neighborhoods and healthy soils and healthy environments for the people that are to the left and the right of us. And in building capacity, we know that we face barriers such as needing to make sure that our wholesale businesses stay strong. And so it's really important that our policy and procurement is aligned with our anchor institutions and who they're purchasing from. And then it's really another challenge that we know is out there is that we have to have infrastructure for the farmers to store their produce, wash their produce, keep it cold, and to transport it. So really understanding that infrastructure is needed. We couldn't do anything without the staff, and our staff works really hard. They're in there every day. They're down there right now preparing meals for up to 300 families a week. Right now, the produce manager is getting ready to send out her list for Thanksgiving. We work with Healthcare Without Harm. It's a national organization. This is Los Jardines Institute. They're one of our founding farms. This is another founding farmer. These are vegetables. These are greens that we send to our schools and our senior centers, and they eat them and like them. This is Helga Garza, and she's standing next to one of our acequias, which is a traditional source of water for us. Every March, we clean out our acequias, and then the water runs, and we share our water with people throughout New Mexico and beyond. Farming is hard work. Fresh produce. Last year, the staff here converted garlic into garlic powder. And then we did it, before we released our salsa line, we did salsa taste testing through the CSA. Elga Garza and La Cosecha and Agri-Cultura have been doing this work for almost 13 years. And so what's been working is that it's mission driven and it's a bottom-up approach to problems. So this is a community event where we listen to what our community wants, and then we go forward and ask for what they're looking for. This is an intergenerational cooking class. Our classes are normally really packed. We do youth classes too. These are young people at the legislative session. It's important for us to teach our kids how to be active and advocate for themselves. And normally we bring about 300 children to Farm and Food Days every year. And although COVID has changed how we did it this year, we were still successful in getting the bills passed for fresh fruits and vegetables, New Mexico grown for seniors and child care centers and schools.
Hey, Jessica. We can't see your screen if you're sharing it. I just wanted to make a note. I'm seeing some comments come in that we can't see your screen.
Interesting. Okay, thank you so much. Let me
no problem.
Let me see if I can share it again because I'm looking at it. Okay. Share.
Perfect. Now we're starting to see it. Perfect. Thank you.
So this is Elga and Senator Deb Haaland. She's been a big advocate for our work. This is at the South Valley Economic Development Center where La Cosecha is located. These are kids at our legislative session, cooking classes. This is a community event where we're getting feedback and information on what's working and what's not working. So again, using the bottom-up approach. Our staff and our farmers. Green vegetables. This was an important slide. Okay, and pardon me, I'm just gonna shoot through it. This is a seed mural that's in the building downstairs, and it was created by the community with all seeds. And here is information if you would like to get in contact with Elga. Her email is right here. Agri-Cultura's website is also included, and I'll throw a couple in the chat as well. Okay.
Excellent. I really appreciate you stepping in there, Jessica. That was fascinating to hear about the work you do. Sorry we lost Elga just before there, but yeah, I hope everyone is taking a lot from the session. And again, you're a star for stepping in. You did fantastic.
Please leave any questions for Elga in the chat. I know she was really looking forward to this presentation, and she's downstairs, and so I'm going to go run down there when we're done. But please, if you have any questions, if you would like a copy of the slideshow, we're happy to give it to you also, since you couldn't see it completely. And I will tell you that the work that we're doing here in New Mexico is continuing, and what we're looking for right now is we're looking for partnerships and support. And New Mexico continues to be a place of high need. And a lot of us are not going to be leaving here. A lot of us are multi-generation families. And so we're here for the long haul. And it's really nice to be in an event where regenerative food and farming is taken into consideration. So please, if you have any questions for Elga, I'm happy to send them to her. What are some of the strategies you all use to build partnerships with stores and shops that might be resistant to offering fresh and natural foods and healthier options? We have worked with our local food cooperatives as well, really encouraging the double up food bucks. We've worked through New Mexico food and agriculture policy to get junk food taxes on the reservations, and also to get healthier food options on the reservations as well. So not just taxing them because they don't understand the education behind it, but also providing them with nutritious food such as fresh fruit or vegetables, which are often not available in our rural cities because there's not a store. And that happens a lot in New Mexico. New Mexico is pretty much a very large rural state. And we work with, it's really grassroots door knocking, going and talking to local shops and stores and educating them about the Double Up Food Bucks program and actually how much money that can actually bring into their stores. And then from there, getting them in contact with New Mexico Farmers Marketing Association, who is in charge of Double Up Food Bucks here in New Mexico, and starting to build strategy that way so that we can have healthier food everywhere. Thank you, everyone, for coming.
Yeah, excellent. Thanks so much, Jessica. And yeah, again, thanks everyone for coming. I'm just gonna post the website, Agri-Cultura website, in the live chat there. And I believe there is. Oh, Olga, how are you? Sorry, we lost you there. Jessica stepped in, and she's a very able deputy. But did you want to say anything? We have a few minutes. We have 5 minutes left. If you wanted to add anything.
Down here.
I don't know where we're at. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I think we're good. Yeah. I think that what we need to do is just make sure that we've got everybody from the chat, and if they're interested in the slideshow, we're happy to get in contact with them.
Excellent. That sounds.
Thank you, everyone, for joining.
Thanks, everyone. Okay. Excellent. We'll see you again.